Liverpool has long been celebrated as one of Europe's strongest teams, a dominant force built on passion, style, and an unyielding spirit. Under the new management of Arne Slot, they started the 2024-25 season with such flair that ESPN even ranked them as the world's best team this campaign. Yet, despite holding a 12-point Premier League lead ahead of Arsenal and being favorites for the Champions League title, recent events have left fans scratching their heads. Just when everything seems set for a potential quadruple, unexpected shortcomings and shocking collapses have emerged, sparking a fierce debate. What in the world is happening to Liverpool F.C.? In the early weeks of the season, Liverpool looked unstoppable. The Reds kicked off 2024-25 with 3 consecutive Premier League wins, each match punctuated by 3 clean sheets, a testament to their defensive cohesion and attacking flair. The tactical setup under Slot's 4-3-3 system was a masterclass in rapid transitions and overlapping fullbacks. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson were at their creative best, delivering pinpoint crosses that stretched opposing defenses, while Virgil van Dijk anchored the backline with unwavering authority. Mohamed Salah, with his incredible positional flexibility, and Luis Diaz, whose defensive work rate complemented their attacking play, emerged as key contributors, signaling that Liverpool were well on their way to challenging for a quadruple. The midfield duo of Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister provided a solid foundation. Their sustained possession and relentless energy in every match built an air of invincibility, making it seem as though Liverpool had once again returned to the heights of European football. It was a season that promised not only domestic glory, but also a deep run in the Champions League, with every match fueling hopes of adding another trophy to the club's illustrious history. But then came March, a month that transformed Liverpool's dream into a series of nightmares. On the 6th of March 2025, in the FA Cup 4th round, Liverpool suffered a stunning 1-0 loss at Plymouth Argyle. Despite being heavy favorites against the championship side, a series of defensive lapses and a lack of clinical finishing resulted in an upset that extended their streak of FA Cup exits away from home. Fans couldn't believe that a side that had shown such promise early in the season could be beaten by a lower division team. Barely 6 days later, on the 12th of March 2025, Liverpool's European campaign came to a dramatic end. A 1-0 second leg loss to PSG at Anfield, or 1-1 on aggregate, meant they were knocked out of the Champions League via a 4-1 penalty shootout defeat. Ousmane Dembele's early goal, capitalizing on a defensive error, set the tone, and despite dominating possession, Liverpool's inability to convert their chances mirrored the FA Cup struggles. It was a bitter pill to swallow for a team that had been favorites to win the competition and whose attacking prowess had dazzled fans at the start of the season. The collapse continued on 16th of March 2025 in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. Liverpool's bid for a record-extending trophy was shattered by a 2-1 defeat to Newcastle. Dan Burns' header from a corner and Alexander Isak's clinical finish exposed the team's set-piece vulnerabilities and fatigue, while Mohamed Salah's uncharacteristic performance, 0 shots and 0 chances, epitomized the collective off-day. The rapid succession of these defeats in 3 major competitions over just 10 days sent shockwaves through the football community as the once dominant Reds suddenly appeared vulnerable and uncharacteristically inconsistent. So what went wrong? Several factors seem to have contributed to Liverpool's sudden shortcomings. One glaring issue is the physical collapse in high-pressure finals. Despite their overall league dominance, the team suffered in critical knockout matches. In the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle, Liverpool lost 43% of duels and 68% of aerial battles, a statistic that underscores how their defensive intensity crumbled at crucial moments. Fatigue from consecutive high-stakes Champions League matches against PSG also appeared to drain their intensity, leaving key players visibly exhausted and out of sync during the final showdown. Additionally, Darwin Núñez is having a more than disappointing season. He has more yellow cards than goals, with 7 assists, 7 goals, and 8 yellow cards, and he even missed a penalty against PSG. Another contributing factor has been financial pressures off the pitch. Despite robust commercial growth, Liverpool posted a £57 million pre-tax loss in the 2023-24 season, largely due to their absence from the Champions League and rising administrative costs. The Deloitte Money League ranking dropped to 8th with €714.7 million in revenue, falling behind rivals like Arsenal and Manchester United. This financial strain may indirectly affect team morale and the ability to invest in squad rejuvenation, thereby impacting long-term performance. Tactically, Slot's high-intensity pressing system, while effective in the early part of the season, has also led to recurring injury crises reminiscent of Klopp's era. The rigorous demands of rapid transitions and overlapping fullbacks have exposed systemic weaknesses, particularly against physically dominant opponents like Newcastle. This tactical rigidity and over-reliance on a fixed system meant that when Liverpool faced teams that could bypass their press with direct play, the cracks in their structure were quickly exposed. In addition, management decisions regarding rotation have come under fire. Slot's decision to field a near full-strength lineup against Southampton before the PSG second leg backfired spectacularly, leaving key players drained for their Carabao Cup final. Bench players like Wataru Endo and Harvey Elliott, who could have injected fresh energy into the squad, were underutilized despite their potential. Such missteps in preparation and rotation have contributed significantly to the team's current state, as fatigue and lack of tactical adaptability have taken their toll. The repercussions of these shocks are profound. While Liverpool's 12-point lead in the Premier League still positions them as favorites for the title, these defeats have undoubtedly dented the team's morale. The unexpected collapses in the FA Cup, Champions League, and Carabao Cup have raised serious questions about the sustainability of their current form. The losses exposed vulnerabilities in high-pressure situations, highlighting issues such as defensive frailties, over-reliance on aging stars like Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, and the limits of Slot's tactical approach. Looking forward, Liverpool must address several key areas to bounce back. First and foremost, improving squad depth and rotation is critical. The injury management has improved thanks to initiatives focused on sleep, diet, and rotation, but there is still a need for more youth integration and fresh legs to handle the grueling fixture congestion. Set-piece defense also requires urgent attention, as the Carabao Cup final loss revealed glaring weaknesses in marking and organization. Rejuvenating the midfield, potentially by reducing the heavy reliance on players like Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister, could also offer a path to redistributing the workload more effectively. Tactically, Liverpool might need to adapt Slot's high-intensity pressing system to be more flexible against physically dominant opponents. While the rapid transitions and overlapping fullbacks have been key to their early season success, adjusting the system to provide more stability in midfield could help mitigate fatigue and reduce the risk of collapse in critical moments. Financial pressures, although less visible on the pitch, must also be managed carefully to ensure that the club can continue to invest in long-term success without compromising short-term performance. What is happening to Liverpool F.C? It's a tale of stark contrasts. Under Arne Slot, the Reds emerged as one of Europe's dominant forces in the 2024-25 season, dazzling fans with early Premier League wins and clean sheets, and with key players like Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold providing the backbone of an attacking machine. Yet a shocking collapse in March, marked by exits in the FA Cup, Champions League, and Carabao Cup, revealed deep-seated vulnerabilities. Defensive frailties, tactical rigidity, fatigue from fixture congestion, and even financial and communication issues have all contributed to a sudden and dramatic dip in performance. Liverpool's early season brilliance showcased a team that was poised for a potential quadruple, but the unexpected defeats in March have raised uncomfortable questions about the long-term sustainability of their success. Can they address their set-piece vulnerabilities, improve rotation and squad depth, and adapt their tactical system to better withstand high-pressure matches? Or are these shortcomings indicative of deeper systemic issues that could threaten their dominance in the future? What do you think? Will Liverpool bounce back from these shocking defeats and reclaim their status as Europe's best? Or are these issues a sign of trouble ahead for the Reds? Let us know what you think in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe.